Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm coming at you with another figure review today, and yeah, I'm sorry I haven't uploaded in a minute. My phone was acting up, I had to get a new one, but today we're taking a look at something different. So it's not Star Wars this time, it is Transformers, and this is Transformers uh, Revenge of the Fallen Human Alliance Bumblebee with Sam with Wiki. So we're gonna be taking a look at this real quick. Gonna be reviewing him, and yeah, let's take a look at him real quick. So yeah, I really like the box, but to Transformer collectors out there, you do have to be very careful, and I'm about to show you why. Because there are knockoffs out there, there are bootlegs, and I actually had a bootleg Human Alliance Bumblebee before, and I'm gonna tell you what happened to that figure. I did give it to a friend, actually. He didn't care that it was a knockoff, but I didn't want it because it was a knockoff, and he was like, oh, give it to me. So yeah, I gave it to him. But yeah, this is the real deal, and I'm about to show you how you can tell that this is the real deal, and how you can tell which one is the real and which one is the fake. So all of them, even the fakes, they actually still have the Autobot logo engraved right here on the top. But one thing you'll notice on the fakes is this, where it says Human Alliance right here. It's usually a sticker, but on the real deal, it's printed on there. And some of the fakes, though, it'll say Human Alliance, but it'll say Human Alliance in different languages too, like Human Alliance slash, and then I think it says it in French or something. Then it'll say the same thing right here and right here. Yeah, and on this side too, with the picture of Megatron right there, has a picture of Megatron in the background right there too, by the way. This is kind of obvious though, but on an official Hasbro licensed product, you'll see a stamped logo right here. Well, not logo, serial number, my bad, but you're gonna obviously see the Hasbro logo, Paramount, DreamWorks, and then General Motors, the General Motors logo. But you'll see a stamped serial number. That is how you know for sure you got the real one. It has all this on the back too. The fake ones, it doesn't have all of this on the back. And it doesn't have this at the bottom either. Transformers, Collectors Club. And it doesn't have the picture of these two guys at the bottom. Now the fake that I had, it was a sticker right here, and I'm pretty sure on the back it didn't have the stamped serial number. So you gotta really look out for that. It said all of this on the back. It said Hasbro, General Motors, Paramount, plus DreamWorks Pictures, and it even had this at the bottom. And all of this, well, I'm pretty sure it didn't say this at the bottom because I was looking at fakes online. But yeah, this one's the real deal. Yeah, look for that serial number right there. It's stamped in there. But yeah, that's basically how you can tell that you got the real one. The real versus the bootleg. Now I'm also going to show you how to open this thing out without messing up the packaging. So first you cut the tape right here. Then you get that piece off. I did use a pair of tweezers to be like really precise with it. It looks like you could just pull it. Yeah, be careful because you don't want to ruin the tabs. I don't know, I might want to keep the box for this actually because of nostalgia. Let me me see. Okay, and the way that the box opens, so right here, and the reason why I did that earlier, because the instructions were shaking around. Something was shaking around in there. I was just dying to find out what it was. But this is, these are the instructions right now. And you know what? The knockoff actually transforms the same. And I think I know how to transform it without the instructions. So I'm going to challenge myself. I'm not going to use the instructions. Let's see. Okay, the way this box is designed, I think you have to open it from both sides. So you gotta cut the tape on this side too, unfortunately. Yeah, I know. Kinda stinks. I think there's some tape right here too, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, I'm correct. Got the tape right there, then it just opens like this. Okay, so another way you can tell that you got a fake versus a real, like usually like Sam, like the real one, Sam is gonna be like packaged in there really good, and you can see how good he's packaged in there, and like the twisty ties, you'll see like knots at the top. They're supposed to be at the bottom, actually. So let me show you. Let's just get these pieces of the packaging out of the way real quick. Should be like this, but some of them you'll see the knots at the top. It's not supposed to be like that. Hasbro does not package their figures like that. They never have, and they never will. Especially back in the day, they had these little, like, plastic things at the bottom. Oh yeah, and I actually do not remember seeing these little plastic pieces on the knockoff, actually. I do not have the knockoff anymore, so, like, let me tell you what happened. Like, some of y'all are probably going to say, like, oh, well, what's wrong with having the knockoff? I'm about to get to that, actually. So, number one, the Sam figure actually broke. So that's number one. Like, his torso kept falling apart and causing his legs and arms to fall off and shit. So, yeah, that's number one. And number two is also the Bumblebee figure. So what happened with the Bumblebee figure, it's made out of like really cheap plastic for obvious reasons. It's a knockoff. So I'm going to show you what happened to the Bumblebee. So the seat actually broke off. And that's not going to happen on the real deal. Like, I just rotated it, and that's part of the transformation when you get him into his robot mode. Another way you can tell that if it's a fake or not, when it's packaged, both of the doors are going to be open like this and resting on the plastic, because in some of the, when I was looking at the knockoffs, only one door was open and then the other door was closed. And they're like packaged kind of funky. Okay, so nice ZL1 Camaro. Set Bumblebee off to the side, and you can see how well Sam with Wiki is packaged in there. And I saw one knockoff where Sam with Wiki, he wasn't like packaged, he was like all the way over here, and he wasn't in his little plastic protection looking thing. Okay, so let's get Sam with Wiki out of here. It's got little plastic rubber bands. Oh yeah, he's packed in there good. Really good. I'm having trouble getting him out. But yeah, I mean, I'm not really a Transformers collector. I guess I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and just cut it. But this, like, I did collect Transformers as a kid, and I was obsessed with it as a kid, but, like, I wanted to get this in particular because I just think the Human Alliance line is really cool. I think it's cool how you can open up the doors and you can, and there's little seats and there's an interior and you can fit little figures inside of there. At the same time, the whole thing transforms. So yeah, I just think these are pretty cool, and I do like Bumblebee, and I love Camaros. So yeah. Okay, so let's close these doors real quick. You kind of have to push them in a little bit. Yeah, this thing, it was never opened. It's fresh out of the packaging. And you saw how hard it was for me to get Sam Witwicky out of the packaging. So, yeah, you do kind of have to push them in a little bit. And then they just click into place right there. So, this isn't exactly a ZL1 Camaro. I mean, that's what it looks like from the front. It's the concept, so it is kind of a combination, because like the ZL1, it has 4 exhausts on the back. And this one only has 2, just like the original movie. And it has the original rims, just like the original 07 Camaro that he transformed into in the first movie, but this is the one from the second movie. So this is a concept. It's basically a combination of both, and they're actually pretty rare. But you can actually open up the doors here, and you can fit little figures inside, like Sam Witwicky. Get him into a sitting pose, and there's a little, there's an interior in there, and there's a steering wheel, and he actually fits in there really well. It is kind of hard to get him in there, but once you get him in there, he fits well. It is a bit of a pain in the ass to get him in there, though. There we go. I think I got him. I think if you really want to get him in there good, you gotta open the other door. You do kind of have to pull on the mirrors to open the doors a little bit, which I really don't like. You know, in fear of breaking the mirrors. I mean, even though it's official Hasbro, it's not a knockoff like the other one. Still, I get kind of sketched out about that. And there is a hole in his back, and then there's a peg on the seat, and you're supposed to peg him in. I mean, Bumblebee really drives himself, so you wouldn't really have to put his hands on the steering wheel. Sam sometimes does drive him, but you can move the steering wheel around, and yeah, it's pretty cool. And then you can close the doors back up. And the paint applications on this figure are actually really nice. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to play with it a little bit to loosen it up a little bit. Yeah, because it is fresh out of the packaging. Yeah, see, it says Camaro right there. Really nice paint details. You got the Chevrolet logo right there, Chevrolet logo on the back. Really nice painted tail lights and headlights. Yeah, I just can't get over how cool this is. Like Hasbro, they need to do this again. I don't think Hasbro realizes how cool this really is. So yeah, let's get Sam with Wiki out of there real quick and let's get to transforming him. So yeah, he actually rolls really nice. So the articulation on Sam Witwicky, he has a 360 at the head, 360 swivel at the arms. He doesn't bend at the elbows, by the way, but he does bend at the shoulders. Legs move forwards and backwards, and he has bends at the knees that you can twist the legs, and then you could twist over here at the knees. Yeah, 360 degrees. So yeah, he doesn't really have a lot of articulation, but for what he is, he's pretty good. And yeah, the paint applications on this figure is actually really good. It does actually look like Shia LaBeouf. Oh, you also can move him right here at the torso. Oh, and I don't think the knockoff had that, actually, come to think of it. Oh, no, he did, actually. Come to think, yeah, he did. Yeah, that's where he would break right there. So we're going to put Sam Witwicky off to the side. And we're going to get to transforming Bumblebee. So first what you want to do, obviously, is open up the doors. Yeah, don't want to open them too much because that'll actually scratch up the Camaro logo there. Yeah, just pull them out a little bit because they're on hinges. You pull them out a little bit. One thing I like about this figure, which I think is really cool, they're on these little hinges, so you could like hinge them up and make them look like they're, what do you call those? Yeah, vertical doors. Yeah, these are pretty tight. Yeah, I don't want to break anything. Probably have to play around with it for a little while. And there's these missiles at the bottom here. You want to untab those. Actually, you can leave those tabbed in. Okay, so I'm not going to use the instructions like I said. I want to see if I can remember how to transform this thing from memory. So let me see here, because yeah, I want to challenge myself. So I think what you do first is you come up here. You're supposed to lift up the roof. Trying to split the legs in half too, because yeah, that's obviously gonna be part of the transformation on every Transformer figure. Well, okay, yeah, I do actually remember that very well. That part actually comes off first. Yeah, you do untab these bits right here. There's little pegs and then there's a hole. There's holes right there. Okay, and then you split the legs. And this whole section is on a hinge and it needs to come up, but it's not wanting to come up for some reason. Okay, I'm going to take the missiles off for right now. They might be getting in the way. Okay, Okay, it's stuck in there really good, and I don't want to force it because I don't want it to break. But this part is supposed to come up, but it's not coming up. Untab these wheels. I have an idea, actually. I have a solution for this. Give myself some clearance first. So, one of the downsides to this figure is that he only has one hand, and like his right arm is like, he has his gun on his right arm, and then his left arm he has his hand. But I did see a couple people actually modify that on their figures. Yeah, try popping his head off real quick. And yeah, pushing on this right here, and that'll push that part up, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's in there really good. It's in there really good. Yeah, do be aware of the bootlegs, though, when you're going to purchase Human Alliance figures, because, I mean, they're not just bootlegs of Bumblebee. Got bootlegs of Barricade, Sideswipe, all of them. Okay, this roof section should split now. Yeah, I wonder if it's because of the plastic being so old. Yeah, let's transform the legs real quick. I'm gonna pop his head back on real quick. Yeah, because we just really needed to pop it off to create that clearance. So the legs actually have a cool little gimmick, and I'm about to show you that. Flip these two side panels. So this actually rotates like this. Do the same on the other side. And you rotate them again. And you bring out the leg just like this. And then there's his knee, and then you fold out that back part of his foot, and you do the same for the other side. Then, what else? Fold this section down. For some reason, it's giving me a hard time. Okay, then, yeah, you bring out the head. You gotta hinge, yeah, these pieces out first, and then there you got the arms. Then you gotta bend this section down, but yeah, I don't want to break it. It's not really working with me here. Okay, there we go. Then there's a peg right here, then a hole right here. It tabs in just like that. So, not the most movie accurate figure, but I mean, it does the job. Okay, he's not in his full robot mode yet. Okay, let me fold this. That's usually what I do. I fold this piece down. That's what I would do when I had the knockoff version. Then you hinge these pieces up like this. And then this piece rotates. And then there you have his cannon, which you can load missiles in. And there's a little button that you press right here. And you can fire the missile. And then what you do after that is you rotate the seats just like that, and you hear a little click. Did you hear that little click? Yeah, I don't remember hearing a click like that on the bootleg. When I had the bootleg, let me see. I think you do have to fold these little cannons out first, and you can you can make Sam Wiki sit down in either of these seats, actually. And then you rotate Bumblebee's hand, and you fold out his thumb. And there you got his hand. And you take the grill section here, this is chest, and you pop them out like this, so then you angle them just like that to get that movie accurate chest look where it splits when he transforms into his robot mode. It's a little bit of black paint right there. I'm trying to get it off. And you can actually fold down his battle mask also. Let me see. There we go. And he's got a nice painted Autobot logo right there, too. It's angle the doors. That way they don't look retarded. Yeah, make it look nice. More accurate. And yeah, that is Human Alliance Bumblebee in his robot mode. And damn, I actually remembered how to transform him without the instructions. So that's cool. So the play features on this thing, I mean, it is kind of aimed towards kids. There's a little like thing right here that Sam can stand on, and there's like pegs right there. I'll just show you the box. I don't really feel like fooling with it right now, because like his joints are like very stiff, and I don't want to break anything. I am filming on a tripod this time around. I'm using my stepdad's tripod. Yeah, or you can have them in the seats. Okay, so let me show you the articulation on Human Alliance Bumblebee, and then we'll get him back into his vehicle mode. Let me show you the instructions real quick. Yeah, just basic Transformer instructions. So he has hinges right here. At his ankles. His ankles can move forwards and backwards, and he has a double hinge at the knees right here. His legs move like this so he can do the splits. His legs move forward and backwards. They're very stiff, because he just came out of the packaging. Arms move outwards, forwards, and backwards. Well, they can do a 360, but the wings are kind of getting in the way. Got a rotation right here, 360 rotation at the biceps. And you can bend the elbows. So let me show you how he looks next to Sam Witwicky. Obviously, there's going to be a massive height difference. But yeah, they scale pretty well together. If you want, you can actually have him grabbing Sam Witwicky. I'm guessing that's what that little peg right there is for, like on his fingers, but you can do it without that, actually. You don't have to, or maybe you do, actually. Let me see. Yeah, because say, Sam's falling off of a building, then Bumblebee, catches him. Yeah, that happened a couple times in the movies. Alright, so, that's Human Alliance Bumblebee, so, a few complaints. I wish there was a way you can hide the seats. Unfortunately, you can't do that. You can actually store the missiles right here. It's a thing you can do if you want to do it. But that's another thing I like about these Human Alliance figures, is you can actually store everything in the vehicle mode and in robot mode too. But let me show you how to transform him back into his vehicle form, back into Camaro. It does kind of bother me how it's unpainted right there in the door. I probably am going to paint that eventually. It's supposed to be yellow right there, but the rest is black. So what you do, make sure that his hand is straight, then you rotate it. Fold his cannon back. And you can really compact everything. That's what I really like about these figs. Okay. Fold these pieces down. Untab this piece. Oh yeah, he actually has a shoulder cannon right here that you can flip out. You can have Sam Witwicky using that also. Yeah, he didn't have that in the movie, so I don't really see the point of putting that on the figure. The steering wheel wasn't rotated all the way. Yeah, wasn't sitting the right way. Fold in those heels. Rotate that piece. Oh yeah, another thing that does kind of bother me, it doesn't really bother me that much, but it does bother other collectors. I've heard other people complaining about it, is when he's in his Camaro mode, his toes kind of stick out. It kind of bothers me, but it doesn't really bother me that much. I don't think it's that much of a big deal, honestly. What can you do? Yeah, you're supposed to have this folded out, but I think it looks stupid. That's probably why they give you the option to bend it like that. And then there's a cannon right here, and that wasn't in the movie either, so I think that's a dumb feature. But they did kind of want to make it aimed towards kids. Okay, I'm having trouble. Yeah, it's so stiff, man. I'm having trouble with, okay, fold the head back also back into its place. It's really stiff and I don't want to break it. Yeah, I'm just afraid of it breaking. Got to be very careful with it. I'm probably going to have to boil some water. Yeah, and put him in some boiling water. Well, not boil the figure, but yeah, put his joints in there for a little bit to loosen them up a little bit. Yeah, because when you get figures, and if they have really stiff joints, and if you force them, yeah, bootleg or not, they're gonna break. Bootlegs suck, though. I mean, don't get bootlegs. I mean, there are bootleg Star Wars figures out there that are actually pretty good, but Transformers, no. Bootleg Transformer toys are not really good. Okay, so you do have to still have the legs split for this part. That's why I was having so much trouble lifting the roof. It does kind of bother me how this part isn't painted yellow right here like it should be. I'm probably going to fix that too one of these days. And all of that should connect just like so. And this piece tabs in like that. And you got the arms. So they're on double hinges right here at the shoulders. And then there's this one piece of the body. You have to fold that back also. All kind of like collapses together. Oh yeah. And don't forget to rotate the seats. Because yeah, the knockoff Human Alliance Bumblebee that I had broke. The seat broke. I mean, you can actually put it back on, but it's not really like that, though. Like, they're kind of like nailed on there. Okay, I gotta lift this piece up first, actually. Yeah, wait before you put that down. And you peg that piece back on. But out of all of the Human Alliance figures, I do think Bumblebee is the best. And the wheel right here, there is a... Yeah, be careful not to break this part. Yeah, because like I had the Dark of the Moon leader class Bumblebee, and some guy bumped into me and the wheel broke, and I'm assuming that it could probably happen on this figure too. Be careful with that. And I've seen that on some of these actually. There's a tab right here, there's a peg, and then there's a hole right there in his shoulder, and you tab that in right there. And there you got your wheel. You do the same on the other side, but it's a little bit different. So what you do on this side is you rotate the seat Bring this piece down, then you bring the hand up like this. So make sure the hand is resting against the seat. I have seen people actually modify their bootleg Transformers before the bootleg Human Alliance figures. They actually turn out really good. And then you tab this piece in just like that. And the seats, make sure the seats are adjusted properly. And you tab in the wheel just like that, same on the other side. Then yeah, just make sure you, kind of like making a paper plane, make sure you even out the body. Then you fold this piece down. Yeah, and you're probably wondering why I left this like this. I just wanted to wait to do this part, because then it wouldn't look proper. Yeah, then you get these pieces back into place. They are spring-loaded, by the way. Do be careful with these pieces, too, because I've seen these pieces break before on other people's figures before. And then there you have Human Alliance Bumblebee back in his vehicular form. You could take the missiles and you can actually store them. You can compact everything, which I think is really cool. Okay, everything is lined up properly. There we go, now everything is lined up the right way. Again, sorry I haven't uploaded in a while. I just kind of been going through it, you know. My phone battery just decided to crap out on me, so I had to get a whole new one. I had the iPhone 12 before, but yeah, now I got the 16E. So yeah, just kind of show you what the interior looks like. Really nice. Yeah, Bumblebee has a really nice interior. And you could put Sam Witwicky back in there. Yeah, so yeah, if you don't want to pull on the mirror to open the door, you can open the other one like that, just pushing on it. So on the aftermarket, yeah, this guy is pretty expensive. I mean, pretty much all of the Human Alliance figures are. The cheapest one you could find is Sideswipe, surprisingly. I mean, I'm surprised Sideswipe doesn't go for even more. I mean, people were talking shit about that figure, but me personally, I do think he's a pretty good figure. So, hold on, I'm probably going to have to do this off camera. It's like such a pain in the ass to get him in here. It's easy to take him out, but it's hard to put him in there. Yeah, and I'm probably going to keep him in his vehicle mode, to be honest. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put his other hand on the shifter right there. Yeah, they got all those little details in there. That's really cool. And a friend of mine actually kind of recently taught me how to drive. Yeah, I do want to drive a Camaro eventually. Yeah, I think Camaros are super cool. I think this particular look for the Camaro looks super cool. Okay, there is a bit of a gap right there that is kind of bothering me. But yeah, you do kind of have to pull the doors out a little bit. That is part of the transformation. That way you can angle them. Yeah, I've seen people do that before. You get the what you call it? What do you call those doors? No, not suicide doors. I totally forgot the name. But yeah, Lambo doors, basically. Okay, I'm trying to push it back in. There we go. The Camaro doors just open like that. I do like this body of the Camaro. I actually got to ride in a Camaro like this recently, actually. It wasn't this specific Camaro, it was the 2007 Camaro. Rolls pretty nicely. So yeah, this part right here should actually be painted black because there's a vent right there. It should be painted black. I'm probably gonna fix that here real soon. Very movie accurate though. Aside from all that. So yeah, that is the review of Human Alliance Bumblebee. It came out in 2009 when the Revenge of the Fallen movie came out. And yeah, I mean, I thought I'd bring some nostalgia. But yeah, I do think these are really cool, and I do think that Hasbro should make more figures like this. I think they should make an Optimus Prime like this. If they made an Optimus Prime, a Human Alliance Optimus Prime, I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah, and a Human Alliance Ironhide, that would also be pretty cool. But yeah, they only made a few characters. Bumblebee is one of them. They made Jazz, and Jazz is actually the rarest one. Like, he's super hard to find. If you do find him, he's not very cheap on the aftermarket. He goes for $100, over $100, and sometimes even more than that. It's ridiculous. It goes for hundreds of dollars. You got Sideswipe, and I think they made Roadbuster. They made a few others too. They made Skids and Mudflap. Mudflap is even more rare than Jazz, actually. He's like really hard to find. But yeah, Skids comes with Michaela, so I think I want to get Skids to, yeah, just to have that Michaela figure to go with Sam. And then, yeah, I mean, what's Skids without Mudflap? I'm not spending a ridiculous amount of money on Mudflap. But yeah, I'll probably just sell the Skids without the Michaela figure. But yeah, that is Human Alliance Bumblebee in all his glory. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of this figure. So he's like more of a Voyager class, actually. He's a Voyager scale. But yeah, he is, I mean, he is big, but I mean, I got big hands, so he's not really that big. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I'll catch you guys in the next review. I did get some more Clone Wars figures, so tune in for those. I will be reviewing those here very soon. So, yeah, that's Human Alliance Bumblebee, and I hope you guys have a good day. And yeah, let me know what you think of this figure. You like it? You hate it? Think it could be better? I don't know.